Are you feeling anxious about the news right now? Worried about the rising tensions and the word nuclear being thrown around? You're definitely not alone. But take a deep breath. Here's what you need to know. A nuclear war isn't as likely as it seems. Despite the dramatic headlines and the constant stream of alarming updates, the reality is much more complex, and, thankfully, much less dire than it appears at first glance. Imagine two neighbors who absolutely hate each other. Now picture each of them holding a can of gasoline and a match. If either one decides to light that match, both of their houses will go up in flames. That's the situation with nuclear weapons. Both sides know that starting a fire means everyone loses everything. That's what a nuclear war would be like. If one side strikes, everyone gets burned. The devastation wouldn't just be limited to the countries involved. The fallout would affect the entire world, from the environment to the global economy, and even the food we eat and the air we breathe. Yes, tensions are real, especially with countries like Iran in the spotlight. But even the most hostile governments know a first nuclear strike would mean total destruction, not just for their enemy, but for themselves. The concept of mutually assured destruction is more than just a theory. It's a powerful deterrent that keeps even the most aggressive leaders from pushing the button. Over the decades, nations have built up massive nuclear arsenals, but they've also created systems of checks and balances, like treaties, hotlines, and international watchdogs, to prevent misunderstandings and accidental launches. These safeguards are constantly being updated and improved, making an unintentional nuclear war less and less likely. It's the ultimate lose-lose. No matter how angry or desperate a country might get, the knowledge that everyone stands to lose everything is a powerful reason to hold back. Even when diplomacy fails and tempers flare, the risk of total annihilation keeps leaders from crossing that final line. That's why, even in brutal wars, nuclear weapons are almost never used. The consequences are just too catastrophic and unpredictable. Instead, conflicts are fought with conventional weapons, and even then, there are often back-channel talks and negotiations happening behind the scenes to prevent things from escalating further. And remember, major powers like the US, Russia, China, and the EU, they're always watching, talking, and using diplomacy to keep things from spiraling out of control. These countries have a vested interest in maintaining global stability, and they invest enormous resources in intelligence, communication, and negotiation to prevent misunderstandings that could lead to disaster. International organizations like the United Nations and the International Atomic Energy Agency also play a crucial role. They monitor nuclear programs, facilitate dialogue, and provide platforms for countries to air grievances and resolve disputes peacefully. These efforts may not always make the headlines, but they're happening every single day. Still, if you're anxious, you're not alone.